1,
2, 3,
4.
6. Hi, my name is Brittany Edwards, and today I'm going to explain how to field dress a deer. I will discuss the steps of the hunting process and how to complete the field dressing of a deer, along with the most common mistakes made when doing this. Field dressing is a critical part when it comes to the hunting process. The first thing I would like to explain is all of the steps in the hunting process. There are steps before and after the field dressing. Altogether, the hunting process has 5 basic steps. 1, the kill. 2, field dressing. 3, skinning. 4, the butcher. And 5, to cook and eat it. We will be talking about step 2, which is the field dressing. The second thing I would like to talk to you about is the how-to. The process is quite simple, as long as you know how to complete this task. The very first thing you do before anything else is to make sure that you have all the proper tools that you need, so that you will be able to easily access them. Now then, you have to prop the deer up on its back, which is shown here. After you prop the deer on its back, you will then make the cut, shown here. The cut should start from above the genitals and go to the beginning of the neck, which will go across its rib cage, which is shown here. You will then pull the skin apart to make the hole bigger, but only if it is needed, which is shown here. The next thing you will do is to turn the deer onto its side, and it does not matter which side you choose to turn him on, and that is shown here. If the guts do not fall out whenever you first turn him over, you will have to help them out by either cutting them loose or pulling them out. In the process of field dressing, there are many things to do that are either correct or incorrect. However, there are some things that is all about preference. The third thing I would like to explain is the most common mistakes that are made when doing the field dressing. The most common mistakes usually happen when somebody who does not know how to field dress a deer attempts to do so. The biggest mistakes made are using the wrong tools. The best tools to have are very sharp knives, field dressing gloves or long gloves to cover your arm all the way up, and a towel. The reason for using a sharp knife is so that you do not make any unnecessary cuts. Some people think that using a dull knife is better, and it is not. The reason for having the long gloves is to cover your arms, so it protects any open wounds that your arms may have, and it prevents it from getting infections. The towel is used to be the cleanup tool after you do the field dressing process. The best way to make sure that the right tools are being used is to check and double check before you even leave on your hunting trip. This will also help you to prevent any mistakes or disasters. For those of you who have never field dressed a deer before, the best thing to do is to learn before you go on your hunting trip, or to have assistance whenever you are performing this for the first time. This also helps to less complicate things. Now that we have talked about the steps of the hunting process, the actual field dressing, along with the preferences, the most common mistakes made, I will be able to answer any questions you have at this time.
I have a question for you. How long can you wait to start field dressing after you kill your animal?
The best time to do that would be right afterwards. However, if the temperature outside is cold, like 60 degrees or lower, you can wait about 30 to 40 minutes.
Hey, I have a question. When field dressing, do you split the pelvic bone or pull the skin off the anal area?
The answer to that is no. You will do neither of those during the field dressing process. That is part of the skinning process.
I have one. Is field dressing different for a buck and a doe?
There's really really no difference except for the fact that a buck has testicles whereas a doe does not, and you'll have to contend with that issue. Well, you can either cut the testicles off of the deer, the buck, in order to make it just like the doe, to where you just have to make the cuts, or you can leave the testicles on. It doesn't make a difference of much. That is it. Thank you very much. Did I get everything
You guys
down?
say 1.
1,
2, 3,
4,
5,
6,